Culture. It's one of those words people love to say, but rarely take the time to understand. Here's the reality. Culture is not a poster on the wall. It's not your mission statement. It's not what leadership claims it is. Culture is how your people actually experience your leadership every day. And here's the part most leaders overlook. You are building culture whether you realize it or not. The only question is, are you building the culture you want or the one you're accidentally creating? Before you can build a better culture, you have to understand the one you're living in right now. When I stepped into a new leadership role years ago, I did what I always do. I observed, I listened, and I paid attention to what people weren't saying. Some employees were open, some were guarded, but the patterns were unmistakable. Teams were working overtime just to survive the schedule. People were exhausted, stressed, and burning out. There was constant rework because the process wasn't supported. And the biggest red flag? Everyone had their own workarounds, the real way things got done. But most were too afraid to share them. That's not a people problem. That's a culture problem. So let me ask you a few questions, the same ones I ask any team when I'm assessing the environment. Are people constantly fixing problems instead of preventing them? Does your team meet deadlines only through overtime and burnout? When something goes wrong, is the first reaction blame, silence, or fear? Do people tell you the truth or what they think you want to hear? Do employees have workarounds that would help everyone but too afraid to share them? Your answers to those questions reveal more about your culture than any mission statement ever will. As for me, the culture I wanted to build was simple. A culture where tomorrow is better than today, and where people feel like they're part of the transformation, not victims of it. Now that you've taken a real look at your current culture, let's talk about how culture actually gets built. Because here's the truth. Culture starts with you. Every decision you make, every reaction, every conversation sets the tone for your team. Your people don't follow your words, they follow what you model. If you're calm during chaos, your culture becomes calm. If you're reactive and emotional, your culture becomes reactive and emotional. If you communicate, your culture communicates. If you avoid problems, your culture hides problems. You don't just influence the culture, you are the thermostat. You set the temperature. Culture is the environment your people walk into every single day. It shows up in how people treat each other, how problems are handled, whether people feel safe speaking up, whether teams collaborate or compete, how leaders respond to uncomfortable truth, whether expectations are clear or constantly shifting. Policies matter, but behaviors shape the culture, and your behaviors shape them. Trust is the foundation. No trust, no culture. No culture, no team. Trust is built through consistency, fairness, listening, respect, protecting your people, doing what you said you would do. When trust is present, people speak up. They bring solutions. They grow. The culture rises. When trust is missing, everything becomes harder for everyone. And here's where the trilogy comes in. Great culture isn't about being nice. It's about creating an environment where people can perform without fear. You cannot correct your way to a great culture. You must build your way there. That's why the sequence matters. Leadership, culture, prevention. You lead first. You build culture second. You achieve prevention third. Culture is the bridge that makes long-term success possible. At the end of the day, people won't remember your title or even your metrics. They'll remember how you made them feel. They'll remember whether they trusted you. They'll remember whether the environment you created helped them grow or made their work harder. That's culture, and that's your leadership legacy.